UK weather. Freezing conditions trigger cold weather payments. Thousands of people on the lowest incomes in over 300 postcode districts will receive €25 cold weather payment as temperatures plunged below zero. Temperature went as low as minus 9.1 degrees Celsius 15 Fahrenheit in Scottish Highlands and minus 8.9 degrees Celsius in Cumbria overnight, figures showed. A cold weather alert for England will run until 9 GMT on Monday. It is issued by the UK Health Security Agency UKHSA when the weather is cold enough to be likely to affect people's health. As parts of the UK are hit by freezing conditions, a fuel poverty charity has called on the government to provide more support for those at greater peril. The government has triggered cold weather payments for eligible people across large parts of England and Wales. It is paid once in 7 days period and people can check if they will receive it online. The payments will be made in parts of Cumbria, North East and North West England, West Yorkshire, Greater Manchester, Birmingham, Coventry, Staffordshire and Brecon. In Scotland, those on low incomes and benefits may receive on one-off winter heating payment, but this is not tied to temperatures. Current forecasts predict unseasonable temperatures well below average for the time of year. In many places, with the cold weather continuing into next week. Heavy snow has been causing traffic disruption across the northeast of Scotland, with reports of vehicles becoming stuck on the road. The wintry weather also caused delay to flights at Aberdeen Airport, with bus service also facing disruption. National Energy Action says people are struggling to heat their homes as a result of impossibly high prices, and they now face dreadful consequences. CEO Adam Scosser said millions have been dreading with the onset of winter, and people are choosing between either huge debt or an unheated home. Despite the current program of the support, the government must step in more help for those are in greatest peril in the winter. He said the Met Office has several weather warnings in places including across the western and eastern coast of England and Wales, parts of Northern Ireland and northern Scotland. More widely, temperatures dipped to about minus 6 degrees Celsius and minus 7 degrees Celsius across much of the UK overnight. Weather presenter Chris Fox said the cold weather would last well into next week as the high pressures over Greenland continues to push cold Arctic air across the country. Snow shower will continue to affect North and East Scotland on Thursday afternoon, he said. A few centimeters of snow is also expected to accumulate in the northeast of England. The Met Office weather warnings in place include a yellow weather warning for snow and ice is in place until Sunday afternoon for northern South Scotland, and yellow warning for ice also applies to Wales, Northwest England, South West England, the West Midlands and most of Northern Ireland until 18 Thursday. A yellow warning for ice also applies to Wales, Northwest England, Southwest England, the West Midlands and most of Northern Ireland until 18 on Thursday. A yellow warning for ice covering the East Midlands, east of England, North East England, South West Scotland and the Lothian borders and Yorkshire and Humber until 12 on Friday. A yellow warning for ice covering the East Midlands, east of England, North East England, North West England and South West Scotland and the Lothian borders and Yorkshire and Humber until 12 on Friday. Temperatures could plummet to minus 10 degrees Celsius on Thursday night with a risk of slippery surface caused by hard frost following the quick drops in temperature. The Met Office has warned people to take care on the ice with the risk of injuries and slips on icy surface heightened on Thursday. In Sheffield, hundreds of homes are still without a gas supply after water leaked into the main 6 days ago. George, 30 years, who lives with his girlfriend and 2 children in Stannington, is one of those affected. As he tucked his 4-year-old son into the bed on Tuesday, George wrapped him in 5 quilts. By midnight, he said the house felt as cold as Iceland and he spent an hour with a tiny electric heater trying to warm the boy's room. Still, that wasn't enough, George said. He woke up at 5:30 this morning crying cold. What more we can do? There are concerns that situation could last until the end of this week and maybe longer before gas is restored to everyone. The UKHSA has reiterated its long-standing advice for people who cannot heat every room, saying they should warm the living room during the day and bedrooms just before going to sleep, ideally at least 18 degrees Celsius. The cold weather alert for England also requires healthcare providers to active special plans such as arranging gritting service to allow access to critical services and to cover pedestrian hotspots. But many local councils in England and Wales who have collectively stockpiled 1.4 million tons of salt for this winter said they were struggling to attract and retain winter divers. Motorists are being advised to keep warm clothes, blankets and flask of tea in their vehicles. The RCA said people driving in frosty, icy conditions should prepare to keep warm in the event of breakdowns, which are expected to surge this week. An emergency protocol in London has been activated to provide extra accommodation for rough sleepers. Thank you.